Tagliafico beaten to that by Mbappe. Watch him go. Mascherano won't get near him. And Mbappe down! It's a penalty for France.
Okay, so I'm going to stand right here, and you stand right there. While training dribbling into space isn't the full solution to the problem. You need to take advantage of your speed and power. In this video, I give you practical tips from game situations that will cause you to be a better dribbler in space and to be more dangerous for your team. Welcome back to the channel. If you have any questions about anything I cover today, just leave a comment down below. I'll get back to you on it. The first detail to being successful on the dribble is actually what you do before you even start dribbling. As the game is developing and you know you're about to receive the ball, there's two things you need to be aware of. Are you a defender or midfielder trying to launch the attack for your team and drive your team up the field? The other question to ask yourself is, how are the defenders going to try and stop me? The key to being more successful in attack is knowing what the defender's tendencies are and their strategy. They usually want to slow you down and force you away from goal so their teammates can get back and recover. And your counter to this needs to be reflected in your mentality. And that is the next tip I have for you. As you're playing and receiving the ball, analyze the scenario and make one decision before you get it. This is important because if you're stuck on two options, you'll end up doing part of both and losing the ball. You need to commit to one decision and attack it aggressively. Do not hesitate. That split second of hesitation is all the defenders need to run you down and catch you. Have a positive and aggressive mindset to create a goal-scoring chance for your team. Attack it. Now you're off to the right start. Well, not quite. And the success of the plan hinges on your first touch sometimes. Your first touch needs to be out of your feet several yards away from you so that you can get up to speed while dribbling. If you take a soft first touch, it will take you another 1 or 2 touches to get up to speed and cover the same ground as if you took a good touch to start with. And that extra time may be enough for the defender to recover and put pressure on you. Your first objective, whether it is your first touch or a few touches after it, is to beat the immediate pressure. You need to beat the defender recovering, and you do this by cutting off his angle. Both you and the defender wants to go down the field, but if you run straight, he can take an angle to get back and defend. If you cut off his angle though, then he can't tackle, otherwise he'll foul you and probably get carded. This is a critical detail, and if you're starting to navigate this situation, you need to have your head up. I'm sure your coaches told you that you need to have your head up as you dribble, and here's why. The game changes every fraction of a second. In order for you to make the best decision possible on the ball, you need to be analyzing the pictures around you as much as possible. And it's hard to do that if your head is down and you can't see beyond 5 yards. So make sure that you have your head up. And if you've enjoyed the video so far or are learning something from it, please leave a like or let me know down in the comments below. It helps me by telling YouTube to show this video to other ballers to help us all improve. Thank you. Also, when you're dribbling, this is the technique to dribble at speed. You want to push the ball with your ankle locked and your toe down, using your laces right to the outside of your foot. This is important for speed because when you accelerate normally, you push off your toes. This dribbling form mimics that, allowing you to come down on your toes and accelerate right as you take your touch and generate more power than if you dribble with your toes and you have to come up on your toes after taking your touch. Yes, these fractions of a second make a big difference. Once you've gotten up to full speed, you want to keep up this technique, except now you need to take larger touches into space. Think about it this way. Go sprint without the ball. That is, by definition, the fastest you can be, right? So if we want to become as fast as possible with the ball, we need to maximize our speed and try to get as close to reaching full stride as possible while on the ball. I had coaches tell me growing up, every step, take a touch. And this is true in tight areas. In that case, you need to have the ball close to you so that you can manipulate it quickly and keep the ball under pressure. But if you're running into space, you don't need to take a touch every step. Obviously, don't push the ball 30 yards out ahead of you, or you're never going to get back to it. But as you can see, I took 4 touches over a 10-yard period when I was accelerating with the ball. But when dribbling those same 10 yards at speed, I only took 2 touches. Taking less touches and covering more ground in between touches allows me to travel faster with the ball. Okay, so back to the game application. You've beaten the first defender. Here's what not to do. Do you see the problem here? He ran away from the defender and want to. You need to run straight at the defender 99% of the time. This forces him to make a decision. Does he step and try to win the ball from you, or drop to deal with your teammate over there? At some point, he'll probably step. This is referred to making the defender commit. He is stepping, committing to defending you, and leaving the space open behind him. And this is when you either try to beat him 1v1 or play around him. Your goal is to create 1v1s, 2v2s, or best case, 2v1 scenarios around the field. This is because if you have a teammate, playing a 1-2 or a combination like that is extremely effective, since the defender has to turn and run after you pass while you already have momentum in that direction. This means that you'll probably beat him in the foot race, and it is the best option for you if you have a teammate in the play. But whether you take him 1v1, shoot, or pass to a teammate, do it with intent and aggression, because otherwise it won't work out and the opportunity will be gone. Also, you don't always have to attack the goal. The key is to make the right decision. Sometimes all you want to do for your team is get your team up the field so that way you can have possession in their end. If that is your decision, you still need to incorporate these tips and attack aggressively. But once it is time to cut it and keep the ball, then you do that and become patient. If you guys need some drills to improve your raw ability to dribble at speed, then watch this video. I designed it to go along perfectly with this video for you. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.